let me tell you something. Michael Jai White told me in our last interview that Mike Tyson bought a black female celebrity that we all know a house.
I know people Mike bought houses for. And all kinds of stuff. Because it wasn't about the money. So
hold on. You know someone that has a house.
I'm not going to say any names.
No, it's okay. You don't have to tell me. No, it's all right. We'll talk off camera. Okay. You know, I'll get the real scoop off camera, and I won't mention it again. But you personally know someone who has a house that Mike Tyson just gifted to them.
Yeah. There's a lot. Man, I know a lot of people. There's a lot of people.
I believe it.
A house.
Mike was listen.
I'll tell you who it is off camera.
Yeah, Mike was
Everyone heard of her. A house.
Yeah,
and she's super bad, by the way, especially back then. A house.
Mike was one of the. That's where I kind of get my playerism from him and Zip, because Mike from New York, and when New York people have money, I don't care what nobody say, they know how to lay out the red carpet. And Mike would lay out, I've seen him buy women diamonds.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember in our interview, we talked about this, about how when Mike was at his height, he had more money than all the celebrities, than the Eddie Murphys, all the A-list rappers, singers, actors. He had more money than everyone. So he just was down to share it.
Yeah, and he was doing fighting 2 fights a year, maybe 3, 60 million, 30 million
30
a fight.
million, 50
Not
million.
knowing that Don King was charging him for even boxing in the ring, like training.
Yeah,
he was paying for that.
Yeah,
Don King had co-hustle.
No, man, it was ill. Like, I remember we interviewed Ed Lover. He said he gave Ed Lover a Bentley, and then Mike's crooked managers went and took it back.
Wow.
You know, and then when he ran into Mike later on, he was like, "Oh yeah, your managers picked up the Bentley." He's like, "No, I wanted you to have that. Those dudes are crooks."
Mike goes to send his man in to pay. I'm outside. I'm like, "Yo, Mike, good time, man. It's getting late. Gotta take me back to New York. Let me get the car out the garage." Mike's like, "Nah, I can't go back to New York. I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow, Ed. I gotta go right to where I'm going." I'm like, "Well, Mike, have one of your mans or somebody take me in a different car just so I go get my car, man. I gotta get my car." "Nah, I need everybody with me." And he goes, "Don't your moms live around here somewhere?" I'm like, "Yeah, she don't live too far from here." And he throws me the keys to the Bentley. I take the Bentley back to my mom's block in Queens. I park it on the street. I hit it. Boop, boop. I start walking in the house. Then I'm thinking, hold on. You can't leave this car outside on the street, bro. You got to put it in the garage, but we ain't have no garage. My pops tore it down, so I pulled it into the backyard. Long story short, week go by, I still got this car. 2 weeks go by, I still got the car. 3 weeks go by, my boys are gassing me out. "You got to move this, man. You can't just let it sit there. The motor seized up." I don't know nothing about no Bentley. So I'm driving this shit around the hood like it's my car now. All right? I had already gone and got my car, but I left the Bentley at my mom's house. Because where I lived there in Jersey, you couldn't take it over there either at the time. So I'm rolling. I got this Bentley. All of a sudden, my pager go off, 911, 911, with a number. See, that's pager days. I call back, go, "Yo, hey, Ed, this is John Horn. You know, Mike's." I said, "Oh, yeah, John, I know who you are. Yo, by any chance, do you happen to have one of Mike's cars?" I go, "Yeah, I got that Bentley where we was out the other night. Yeah, I got that." He said, "Well, give me an address. I'm going to send somebody to come get it." I didn't think none of it. I knew it wasn't my shit. So they came and got the car. Gone. Fast forward 15 years later, I'm in Vegas at Tao. I see Mike come in. He's standing by the bar. Of course, I got to go holler at him. That's my man. I'm talking to Mike. People coming by. "Hey, champ, how you doing, man? How you doing?" "Good." "Hey, Ed Lover, what's up, bro?" Mike goes, "Ed, it's been a good life, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, Mike, it's crazy." He said, "People still call me champ. Man, I ain't been in the ring in over 10 years. People still call me champ. Yeah, it's been a long time since you're on TV Rats. People still know you. They know everything." So, man, remember we used to go out to Nels and shit, have a good time and all that. I said, "Remember that spot we went to in Queens with the Jamaican bitches?" I was like, "Yeah." So, "Remember that night I gave you the Bentley to take to your mom's house?" I was like, "Yeah, I remember that." He said, "You know I gave you that car, right?" I said, "What?" He said, "No, I gave it to you. I wanted you to have that. You was my man, you know. And I knew you couldn't afford a Bentley and nothing like that. So I like having all my friends, you know, be fly. I just not really want you to have that." He said, "John and them came and got that. These jealous motherfuckers, right?" I was like, "Yep." I said, "You tell John Horn if I see him, nigga, you owe me 400,000, all right? Because this nigga gave me a Bentley and you came and got it." I didn't know it was mine. I said, "Why you ain't tell me?" Like, "Yo, you know I was getting high, Ed. I remember I gave a lot of cars out." I'm like, this nigga. Crazy. Gave me the shit.
Right, yeah.
He really just gave it to him. Like, go ahead.
I know those guys very well. I don't mention the name. They robbed him blind,
Yeah.
man. They robbed him blind.
You know, with Keefe D, people have asked me why he wrote a book and why he did those interviews. And I think that when those confession tapes got released and everyone was calling him a snitch and everything else like that, I felt that Keefe wanted to clear his name.
Okay.
He wanted to tell people his side of the story.
Okay. Because I've always wanted to know why he did that.
That's what I think.
Okay.
I think he wanted to tell his side of the story, and that was more important than his potential freedom. Because that proffer agreement, what he told to Greg Kading, can't be used against him that day.
Okay.
But if he chose to retell it the next day, that's all evidence. So all the book, evidence. My interview, evidence. All those other interviews, evidence. Evidence, evidence,
and to
evidence.
everybody's listening, I want you to understand what me and Vlad is talking about. Even though you ain't pulled the trigger, you're accessory to the crime.
Correct.
Just remember that. You're accessory to the crime. And unfortunately, with Mr. Keefe, he's the only one that's still alive that was in the vehicle.
Correct.